Word is Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore. Jess don't do no lying.
Jess is gonna bring you numbers.
Jess With The Mess. I need this real.
On The Breakfast Club.
I know they know the difference. Keep it a stack.
Just somewhere like I don't got nothing to do with these rumors. Okay, I don't know what y'all about to talk about.
Well, let's talk about Drake. Now, seems like Drake's security had to stop a third intruder from trespassing at his Toronto house. Now, this happened Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Police were called because Drake's security had to take down another trespasser. So this is number 3, which is crazy.
I would think that this would happen all the time, though. He's one of the biggest superstars in the world, and his house is literally, public knowledge. It's public knowledge where his house is in Toronto. I'm sure people come by there all the time.
Well, the police say the man refused to leave the property when he was asked, so they escorted him off the property, and then they gave him a ticket and kept it moving. So that's all that happened.
They being too nice to these people. Like when you really make an example out of one of them, then others will be more leery about pulling up. You got to really make an example out of one. Mm-hmm. Break a leg or something.
Break a leg or
Break an arm. Something.
Well, because of all the activity at Drake's house during the last week or so, it seems like helicopters have been flying over Drake's house. So Drake tagged him on Instagram. Can we discuss the chopper flight times over the house? Because I won't lie, I'm trying to sleep anytime after 3 p.m. works great for me.
What do they call them in Toronto? Because in California they call them ghetto birds.
Right.
What do they call them in Toronto?
I don't know.
Like with ratchet raptors or something. Like you don't like those ratchet raptors flying over his. He probably says wretched. Those wretched raptors flying over my house.
I don't know. Well, Glasses Malone said, well, here's the reason why you're not hip hop. You know how many nights we had to sleep with helicopters flying over our crib? You're not hip hop.
Yeah, Glasses, you're going to have to explain that one on the No Ceilings podcast. Because people will be like, that. What does hip hop have to do with that?
Correct.
So you have to explain that one.
Correct. Now let's talk about this beef a little bit. They asked Stevie Wonder about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. And Stevie Wonder had this to say about the beef.
Any kind of war is bad for the world. I have no bad feelings. I just think that the world needs to focus on what's going on. Because those things are just distractions. Do you know the wars that are going on right now?
That's right. Real wars, not
the
stuff.
homelessness that's going on right now?
That's right, sir. That's right.
There you go.
That's right.
CMC, can't you see?
No.
Can't you see?
Neither can you. But listen, it's not a war, Stevie. It's just a rap feud.
Correct.
And I do agree with Stevie that there's a lot more important things going on in the world. But why do we act like human beings can't multitask? Like, why do we act like human beings can't care about the important things in the world, but then still, want to hear Kendrick's latest diss to Drake or Drake's latest diss to Kendrick?
Mm-hmm. Well, 21 Savage hopped on Instagram Live. He was listening to reggae music, and I guess people in the comments were asking him questions, and he said, look, Metro's my brother, Drake's my brother. They got to figure it out.
Don't keep coming on my live, talking about no beef. Metro my brother, and Drake my brother. Don't figure that out eventually.
Pretty much he's staying out of it. They're going to have to figure it out eventually. They both my brothers. It is what it is.
I'm sure they will one day.
All right.
I don't think Kendrick and Drake ever will, but I'm sure that Metro and Drake might.
Yes. Well, it looks like we said, it looks like the battle is over. Top from TDE said the battle is over, a win for the culture while keeping it all on wax, especially when these publications try to make it something else. We proved them wrong. That's a victory within itself. On another note, it's time to wrap up this TDE 20-year anniversary compilation.
Drake posted something like that too.
Yep. Now, Drake posted over the weekend. He says, good times, summer vibes up next. So it looks like the beef is over. I haven't heard any more records, so it's a wrap.
Well, it is over. I mean, the beauty of these rap feuds is we knew it was over when Drake, dropped the Heart Part 6. Mm-hmm. Like, it didn't have to be over. If Drake just responds with his own diss bop,
right,
like a hit record that would be played on radio and in the clubs, you'd be debating right now who got the best bop, out of Not Like Us and whatever, Drake put out, but Drake didn't go that route.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that,
what I was thinking? I was thinking about what's going to be the aftermath of all of this, because it feels like Drake and Kendrick, both dropped nukes on each other.
Right.
And it just seems like people believe what they want to believe based on who they like.
Mm-hmm.
If you like Kendrick, then you run around saying things like Drake is a pedophile,
right,
which is ridiculous. And if you like Drake, you believe Kendrick beats his girl,
mm-hmm,
which is also ridiculous to me. All that is whack to me. And when the dust settles, like I feel like that is the aftermath of this situation. Like they both nuked each other.
Yeah, but the biggest problem, maybe not a problem, is even though the rap battle is done, Kendrick still has one of the hardest records in the club. So it's not really done because every time you go to a club, you're gonna hear.
Well, that's the point.
A minor. So it's one of those songs that's just gonna keep living and keep living and keep living. You know,
that's the point. But like I said, when the dust settles, what is the aftermath for this? Have they done damage to their reputation? That's irreversible. Will people always have those those thoughts in the back of their head?
They always
when
look
they
at
see
them
these
like
individuals.
That. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Will that affect either one of them in the future? When it comes to bigger things that they want to do outside of music?
It could possibly, because now they'll look into a lot of the things and people will be talking. People talk just for clicks and likes. So sometimes when people are talking, it doesn't even make sense, or is it true? But as long as the clicks are there, people will follow. People will follow. And lastly, I just want to throw this in there because I'm tired of this too. Soulja Boy jumps into it, and this is Metro Boomin. And this is because of a tweet from 2012. Now, on the tweet, Metro Boomin says, "My phone rings to come to the studio with Jeezy. Yours ring to send Soulja Boy a pack of beats. Sit your ass down." I guess Soulja Boy just seen this now. Like I said, that tweet went up in 2012. I guess Soulja Boy just seen it now, and Soulja Boy now wants to fight 21 Savage and Metro.
Oh, you talking to me? What you mean? I don't care, bro. Like, listen, to be honest with you, I'm not even mad at Soulja Boy for feeling like that. Because Soulja Boy just getting wind of it now.
He just heard his back.
And Soulja
But that
Boy,
was 12 years ago.
Sure, but Soulja Boy is a person who he probably feels like people have always been hating on him, and he probably always just keeps a list. He probably just got a list of people he ain't ever rocking with, and he just wants to constantly remind y'all, hey, you had smoke with me back then, keep that same energy. And I'm sure these people I am keeping that same energy because I'm not even thinking about you now.
Well, we have audio.
Sign the paperwork. I will better you. Who the you supposed to be? Set the fight up. I'll beat the out you. I will beat the out you, 21. You's a and you want to take it to the streets? I will smoke you. Really was in the streets. You ain't even from Atlanta.
All right.
Think I'm finna let a sad from Britain talk to me crazy. You lame as
All right.
I think Soulja Boy rants are like part of culture.
What do you mean?
They're like eclipses almost. Like, you're going to get one every so often. And we just got to sit back, put our glasses on, and appreciate it for what it is.
But I don't think people care. Like, it's so entertaining.
No, we like Soulja Boy rants.
No, when I say the people that he's saying him against, they never respond.
Yeah, it's not going to be nothing. Like, no matter what Soulja Boy's calling for, we can call for violence. He can say you're going to do this and that to a person. We know that's not going to ever happen.
Yeah.
So we just sit back and we enjoy Soulja Boy rants the way we enjoy eclipses.
Okay. All right. Well, that is Jess with the Mess. Well, Envy with Jess's Mess. All right. Now, when we come back, we got front page news. We'll tell you about Steve Buscemi. You know who that is, right? Actor. Seen him in a lot of things. Well, he got punched in the face in New York City. So we'll tell you about what happened with that.
I hear both sides.
He was just walking down the street.
That's why I want to hear both sides. I'm waiting for the story.
Oh, my God. We'll get to it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.